Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. The Atlanta Braves and the Arizona Diamondbacks. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about ready to roll. Today's starting pitcher, Corbin Burnes. What do you have on him, Chris?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
And now the center fielder, Michael Harris II. Fought off foul. And there's a foul ball. The pitch. And that skips in the dirt. Pitch misses, and the count is even 2-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Now he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Hit in the air, center field. McCarthy trying to get there. He's got it. 1 away. Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup.
Left fielder.
And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
Now batting Jurickson Profar. Profar, who hails from Curacao. Same place that produced Andrew Jones. Right down the chute. That's strike 1.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
That misses the zone, and it's 1-1. One out. Next offering is down low. That's down and in.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
One down, base is empty. On the ground, Marte. Awesome play there.
Batting third. Third baseman, Austin Riley.
Austin Riley at the plate. That one ripped. Way back there. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul. Two down, nobody on.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
On the ground to the left. Makes the sliding stop. Fires to first. It's there, and that's a great play. Down in order go the Braves. And now Arizona gets its first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here with my pal Singy. And starting this one, Chris Sale. What's the word on him?
Four-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Corbin Carroll, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike one. That misses the zone, and 1-1.
The only thing, you get it right where you want it.
Swings through that.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Just off the outside edge. Ball three.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Here's Ketel Marte. Just missed. Sale, a former Cy Young Award winner. He features a slider, a four-seamer, a changeup, and he works in a sinker. Sale delivers. Here's a swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. And now runners at the corners, nobody out.
He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. And now it's Josh Naylor. And that one fouled off. There's a swing and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Carroll on third. Marte at first with no outs. Missed with a changeup, and the count 1-2. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. And a pop-up on the left side of the infield. Riley makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Batting fourth,
Time to take a look
fielder,
at the Diamondbacks lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
Sale ready. And that one is in for a strike. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And you know, if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever, if they do at all.
And it's even up. Runners are at the corners, one away.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone.
That one is absolutely belted. A dive, and he can't haul it in. One runs in. Runner holds at third, so just one across on the play.
Well, that's a lonely feeling for an outfielder. The read wasn't great, and it really hurts when it costs your team a run.
And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Jake McCarthy. Golden opportunity right here. Breaking ball misses down and away.
This might be the most pressure you put on this guy today. You got one run in. You got to try to get another one or maybe two.
And Sale deals. Swing and a base hit. In comes the runner from third. And it's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Well done. Drives in the run. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Runners at the corners here, one away. Eugenio Suarez stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
0-1's the count.
Next offering in there for a strike. That is strike 2.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
First inning going a bit long. 23 pitches to this point.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
2 on, 1 out. Swing and a chopper out to short. That's a base hit as a run scores. The throw to third, not in time. He's safe.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
2 on, 1 out. Next is the designated hitter, Randall Grichuk. That one missed.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
Check swing, called strike. On the ground to second, might be 2. Over to Arcia. That's 1. On to Olsen. That's 2. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. On to the second inning here in the desert. It's the Diamondbacks 3 and the Braves nothing. Back here at Chase Field, new inning getting started. Now in for the Braves, Matt Olson.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Burns, a 6'3" righty, 245 pounds, and of course has a Cy Young to his credit. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
That one finds the zone. One ball, one strike. Gary Simmons has the plate duty in this one.
Well, with Simmons, it's not always your standard strike zone, Boog. It kind of gives a little extra in some parts of the zone and then can be tighter in others. But I think the important thing is he doesn't get labeled as inconsistent. So you got to stay ready up there.
That's out to center field. McCarthy in position. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one down.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna.
Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. Obviously a guy who makes good contact. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
On to first. Ozuna is out.
Batting sixth, second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
2 down, base is empty. Ozzie Albies, the next to hit. And that is out of play. Two outs. Swing and a ground ball. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Braves go down quickly here. They trail in this one 3-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now at the plate, Gabriel Moreno.
Catcher, Gabriel Moreno.
Sale back to work. Ball one there. Saying he wasn't very sharp in the first. Got hit around a little bit. Just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff in the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location. Sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
And another ball.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if they'll walk you.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Struck him out swinging. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective.
Well, he just had no answer for that hard inside fastball right there. Just blew it by him. And not every pitcher likes working inside, especially with 2 strikes. They don't want to hit a batter and waste an opportunity to put him away. But if you can locate that fastball just like he did, most hitters aren't looking for it, and it becomes very difficult to get a piece of.
And that one fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
One down, base is empty. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Up the middle, hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Corbin Carroll.
So the batting order turns over. This is Corbin Carroll. He reached on a walk his first time. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1.
The strong second inning is a confidence builder for him, a relief for his manager. Doesn't have to get into that bullpen quite as early. 1-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here.
Threw it by him. A swing and a miss at the fastball to end the inning. Nothing doing here this half. We head on down to the top of the third. It's the Diamondbacks 3 and the Braves nothing. And we're back.
Leading
so
off
here's Murphy
for the Braves,
now.
Catcher Sean Murphy.
That misses, and that's ball one. And that one sliced foul. Swing and a pop-up foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Swings through it for the K. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
On the ground, out to short. Toss to Naylor. 2 up, 2 down. Two out, space is empty. Now, Orlando Arcia. And a swing and a miss.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Two down, nobody on. Stays alive. Misses, and the count is 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Back here in the desert,
Leading
set for the bottom of the third. Ketel Marte up to the plate.
Baseman, Ketel Marte.
Fastball for a strike.
That's a ball.
Well, these Diamondbacks doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
Next offering is downstairs.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later. Close pitch there, but you got to forget about that call if you're out on the mound. You can't let it affect you going forward. You've got to get out of the inning first, and then if you want to be frustrated, take it out in the dugout.
Naylor stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Marte aboard here at first with nobody out. And Naylor swings through that one.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
Swing and a miss. 1-2.
One of the better pitches he's thrown in this game, but he just hasn't been able to do it enough, unfortunately. You know, he could be getting a feel for that slider, though, so maybe that's something he can build off of.
Ball 2.
In the dirt. Two now. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. To third, Riley. To second, that's one. On to Olsen. That's 2.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Batting, left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Here's Gurriel. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. That one outside. And that's ball 1. Just missed.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
2 outs. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Inside corner at the knees. That's a strike. Good fastball. 2 outs, base is empty. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Clearly hoping he could get a swing and miss on that, but doesn't fool the hitter with that breaking ball. Nice job, just couldn't keep it fair.
Chris Sale looking for that shutdown inning. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Makes the catch, inning over. 3 up, 3 down for him there. On to inning number 4. It's the Diamondbacks 3 and the Braves nothing. Back here at Chase Field, start of the 4th, and here is Michael Harris the second. Fouled off left side.
You know, these Braves just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Inside, 2-2.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Gets it to first, and 1 gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man.
Now batting, left fielder Jurickson Profar.
Profar climbs in on that left side. He's 0 for 1. The part about Burns' journey that's so interesting, former 4th-round pick out of St. Mary's where he pitched alongside Tony Gonsolin. First pitch doesn't find the zone. But you go back and look at Corbin Burns in 2019. He threw 49 innings and had an 8.82 ERA. And that's in the dirt. The main adjustment that Corbin Burns made was that he got rid of his 4-seam fastball and really leaned on the cutter. That is his signature pitch. And now today, he is a cutter, sinker guy, and the 4-seamer really doesn't make much of an appearance. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate
Now
tends to
batting,
have
third
trouble
baseman,
with. And
Austin
there's
Riley.
just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information, but the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating. That's really good pitching right there, and it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
Aye.
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Next offering is fouled back. And that one hit 97 on the gun.
Good location, good take. Sometimes you want the hitter to prove he can lay off that pitch.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Fights it off. He'll see another. Two down, nobody on. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. And they inch closer. It's 3-1. He kept swinging, and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up.
Singy, this was a mammoth home run, over 460 feet, according to StatCast.
You know, Boog, there are only maybe 20 or so guys in the game that can hit a baseball that far, and it's absolutely crazy it's even that many. Such an impressive swing of the bat right there.
Here's Matt Olson down. He's 0 for 1. That one close, ruled a ball. Ball
Counts
1.
1-0.
On the ground, right side. A sliding stop over to first. Nicely done for the out. One scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go, bottom 4. And stepping in is the speedy Jake McCarthy. And first offering is fouled off. And a breaking ball misses outside. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. That one the other way. Arcia. No throw. He's safe at first.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
So a man at first. Eugenio Suarez stands in now for the Diamondbacks. McCarthy on at first. Nobody out. That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Randall Grichuk now. He hit into a double play his first time up. Pulls that one foul. First and second, no outs. We're here in the bottom of the fourth.
Ball.
He was looking to come up with the shutdown inning, and off to a shaky start. And there's a ball.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Next pitch is downstairs.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
There's a strike. First and second here, no outs. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. There's a swing and a drive. Dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases. McCarthy coming home. He'll score.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2 strikes right there. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer. And he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. That does it for Chris Sale as the lefty makes way. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for
Angel
Atlanta.
Perdomo gets handed the rock
58.
out of the pen.
Huge
Angel
opportunity to
Perdomo.
add on to the lead for this offense right now, but we'll see what he has to say about that. He's going to have to make some great pitches to work out of this jam, though.
Gabriel Moreno stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Went down on strikes his first time through. This one in the air, center field. Rings it in. Here comes the runner from third. Throw home, not in time. The run scores. It's 5-1.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
And the batter will be
Up
the
next
shortstop,
for the
Geraldo Perdomo.
Diamondbacks.
0 for 1 so
Shortstop,
far.
Geraldo Perdomo.
Right through there for a strike. And that drops in for a strike.
Quickly in an 0-2 hole, you're going to have to give something up here in terms of power if you want to put the ball in play with any authority.
Man at second.
Ball 1.
I don't think he
ball,
was
2
trying to
strikes,
miss
count.
by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He
Now
got the
batting,
changeup
the right
and still
fielder,
late on it. You
Corbin
rarely see that. It almost
Carroll.
makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Carroll in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Late swing, foul to the left. Corbin goes down on strikes. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Diamondbacks 5 and the Braves 1. And we're back. Top 5, John Shelby with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Marcell Ozuna. Burns back to work. That's off the mark. 1-0. Ozuna, an all-star season member of the 1,000 hit club, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. And it is 2-1.
If you're going to miss, you want to miss outside the zone. When you miss inside the zone, it's trouble.
Swing and a miss.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Down the left field line, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Now batting, second baseman
Ozzy
Albies
up to the plate. 0 for 1, he grounded out in his first at bat. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
Ball, that's low.
In the dirt. Tag, safe at second. And good hustle to move up. That's a wild pitch.
Definitely trying to work down and get that double play ball, but it got away enough to erase any chance of that. Good job of moving up in the scoring position. Now a hit could make that wild pitch really sting.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. And we're at the top of the 5th. Got him swinging.
Man, that slider bearing in on your hands like that, it's just so
Now
tough
batting,
to fight off. It's
catcher,
kind of like
Sean
a cutter.
Murphy.
It just can eat you up, saw you off. I'll tell you what, hitters have nightmares about that pitch. Perfectly executed out there on the mound.
Murphy in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. 2 down. Here's Jared Kelnick.
Now batting, right fielder Jared Kelnick.
There's a strike. Now a screamer into the outfield. And that'll do it. 1 left for Atlanta. They're down 5-1. Back here in the desert,
Leading
we head to the
off
bottom of the
for
fifth. And here
Diamondbacks,
is
second
Ketel
baseman,
Marte.
Ketel Marte.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
You know, these D-backs putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
And there's one away.
Now batting, first baseman, Josh
Here's Josh
Naylor.
Naylor. 0 for 2 in this one. First offering, and it just misses. Line drive. It gets down, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Here's Lourdes
Now
Gurriel
batting,
Jr.
left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Swing and a miss. Strike one.
0-1's the count.
Naylor, the base runner at first with one out. The other way, fair ball. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just one out.
Just a total nightmare for lefties. I'd be very surprised to see that matchup again. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Jake McCarthy now at the plate. This guy can absolutely fly. I think one of the faster players in baseball. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Two on, one out, and ball one. That one fouled off. Second and third, one away. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and he's registered 3 Ks in this one. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Suarez up to hit for the 3rd time as he lays off inside ball one.
Inside, ball 2.
That one ripped. And that's just foul.
Well, he's ready for that fastball right there. Really turned on it, hit it hard, had the distance, but just too much hook to it. So might want to make a little bit of an adjustment, let it travel a little more, and see if you can keep that thing fair.
2 balls, 2
2
strikes.
outs, 2 in scoring position. Last half of inning number 5. And a slider misses down and away.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Randall Grichuk waiting to hit for the D-backs. Swung on, belted. This one's got a chance. And that is the third out of the inning. 2 left on. 5 innings complete. It's the Diamondbacks 5 and the Braves 1. Back here at Chase Field, and now the shortstop, Orlando Arcia. Check swing, and he went. Strike 1.
0-1.
He swings and fouls one off. Ground ball up the middle into the outfield, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
So the lineup flips over. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Michael Harris the second. And there's the strike.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
Runner at first with no outs here. Lined into right. And there's one down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Here's the switch hitting left fielder Jurickson Profar. And that gets the inside corner for a strike. That misses the zone, and now it's even 1-1. Right through there for a strike. Just missed. Arcia, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. And that one almost hit him.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Back to work. 3-2 now. Rolled over to third. Grabs it barehanded to first. And that's a great play for the out.
Such a nice play with the bare hand right there. That's equal parts skill and concentration. And once he knew he had a good handle on it, he was able to whip it over to first just in time. There was no time to spare on that one.
Here is Austin Riley. He's already homered in this game. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. This one looks like trouble. Coming home. He'll score easily.
Everything came together for him. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
So runner at second, 2 down. Now here is Matt Olson. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
And the strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4-hole hitter up.
That's off the mark, and the count even 1-1. Action in the pen down there. Kevin Ginkel up and throwing for manager Torey Lovullo. Puck getting loose as well. Runner at second, 2 down. The 1-1 is fouled off. Outside with a breaking ball. That one misses. And now it's filled up 3-2. Marcell Ozuna hoping for a chance. He would represent the tying run.
Yeah, Boog, plenty of power in that bat. And they'd love to give him a shot here.
Out to short, Perdomo. Tosses to first, and Olsen is set down. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. The Braves add 1 on the RBI. Bottom of the 6th inning, and now the DH, Randall Grichuk.
Designated hitter, Randall Grichuk.
And there's the strike. Hammered, base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. I could watch base hits like that one all day
Gabriel
long,
Moreno.
and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Man at first. Next up for the Diamondbacks. So first pitch misses. Ripped, and this one could be extra bases. Into second, and he's got a double.
Back-to-back base hits. He got a pitch he could get to out front, kept his bat through the ball, and didn't pull off or roll his hands over, and that allowed him to rip that ball down the line for the double.
Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. The shortstop takes the ball. Grichuk, the runner at third. Moreno at second with nobody out. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Next offering upstairs.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
Late swing fouled off.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
2-2 down. Up the middle, base hit, 1 run is in. Here comes the throw. It's offline, and he scores. And the lead is up to 5. No outs, runner at first. And now the right fielder, Corbin Carroll.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Gets the slider in there for a strike. Swing and a miss at a slider.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because he was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
Marte, batting with one down, takes a strike. Fastball for a strike, and it's 0-2.
Well, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Josh Naylor stands in now for the Diamondbacks. 1 for 3. Just missed.
Ball 1. Ball 1, no strike.
Foul ball. That one missed.
2-1.
Two outs. Yeah, the 2-1 hammered but foul. Just off the inside edge.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
2 runs across in the inning here in the bottom of the 6th. Battling here as he fouls it away. It's the Diamondbacks 7 and the Braves 2. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Ryan Thompson.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Number 81, Ryan Thompson.
Here's Marcell Ozuna, 1 for 2.
For the Braves, the designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna.
Just missed. Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can forget it. A solo shot, and they cut into the deficit. It's 7-3.
He got on plane with that high fastball, and look how his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Absolutely crushed that pitch.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. And that's in for a strike. Here comes the 0-1. Foul ball there. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Now batting catcher
Here's Sean Murphy. He's built his reputation as one of the top framers in the sport. And that drops in for a strike. One out, base is empty, and a run in here in the top half of inning number 7. To the right side. 2 down.
He's out.
Now batting right fielder Jared Kelnick.
2 down, base is empty. Now it's the right fielder Jared Kelnick. And that's in there at the knees. The next offering misses. Ball 1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Here's Orlando Arcia. Right side, hard hit. Marte throws to first in time. And that is the inning. But not before they answer back with a solo home run. It's now a 4-run lead at 7-3. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Number 63.
Anderson Pilar.
And it's Lourdes Gurriel
Leading off
Jr.
for the Diamondbacks, left fielder Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Hard hit, right side. Handles, throws to first, and 1 away in the bottom of the 7th.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Center fielder Jake McCarthy.
Jake McCarthy stands in now for the Diamondbacks. First pitch just misses. Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Dylan Lee getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom of the 7th. Back up the middle and a base hit.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. You often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Hey, Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. Strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. And that one sliced foul. McCarthy at first, 1 gone. Slider misses outside. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And that should be extra bases. Coming home. He will score.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost art for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Recognized the break on that pitch early, and that allowed him to keep his front shoulder in. You know, it's easy to bail on those front door breaking balls, but a great job right there of letting it travel, then unloading a nice balanced swing.
1 out, runner at second. So next is the designated hitter for the D-backs, Randall Grichuk. Nice grab.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know
Now
that, they
batting,
still
catcher,
drive you
Gabriel
absolutely crazy.
Moreno.
Here's the catcher to hit, Gabriel Moreno. Outside. Ripped to third. Riley fires to first, and that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. D-backs with a run-scoring double. It's now 8-3. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the
back, and a new
Diamondbacks.
arm on the mound to start the eighth.
Number
Kendall
49.
Graveman.
Kendall Graveman.
Back to the top of the
Leading
order.
off
Michael
for the
Harris
Braves,
the second.
center
Digs
fielder,
in now.
Michael Harris
0 for
the
3 in
second.
this one. That's in there. 0-1. Graveman, a righty that throws with power. 34-year-old vet, and he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2013. Tap foul at the plate.
One ball, two strikes.
Next offering misses down and away. Two and two. Harris checks his swing. Appeal down to third. He did not go around. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. He goes down looking.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen
Now
is
batting,
following
left
suit.
fielder,
It's just a good
Jurickson
day as a manager
Profile.
or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Profar stands in now and watches strike one. Movement in the bullpen. Joe Mantiply up and throwing for manager Torey Lovullo. Jarvis, the right-hander, also getting loose. And he hits a ground ball right side. Toss to Naylor. Profar is out.
Now batting, third baseman, Austin Riley.
2 outs, base is empty. Now the third baseman, Austin Riley. He's already homered here in this one. That one's in there, and that's strike one. 2 down, nobody on. That misses the zone, and that is ball one. On the ground to third, and foul ball. swing and a miss. And that's that. Nothing doing for the offense that time. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Diamondbacks 8 and the Braves 3. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. And now it's going to be Geraldo Perdomo. And that's in for a strike. That's a strike.
2. 0-2.
Next pitch is outside. And downstairs.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Here's the Diamondbacks leadoff hitter, Corbin Carroll. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. The next pitch misses, and it's a ball and a strike.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive, because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
That just misses, and it's 2-2. And that one hit to first. He takes it on his own. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, second baseman Ketel Marte.
2 down, base is empty. Ketel Marte will hit next. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Outside low, and the count is 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
On the ground, and it goes just foul.
I would say the game's close right now, but it's not out of reach either. I mean, these pitchers really need to put up a 0 on the board just to maintain a little hope.
Missed inside with the curve. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock.
Up next for the
Two outs, runner
Diamondbacks.
first.
First
Now up
baseman,
next for Arizona, Josh Naylor. And a foul ball. Two outs. Swings through that one out in front that time.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Ball.
Next offering is outside. Marte leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Swing and a miss. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Through 8 full, it's the Diamondbacks 8 and the Braves 3. And we're back.
Leading
all
off
set to
for the
start the
Braves,
9th in
first
this one.
baseman,
Now the
Matt
Atlanta
Olson.
cleanup hitter, Matt Olson. Graveman back to work. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That one is back. Out of here. And they cut into the lead. It's 8-4.
Sitting first pitch fastball, and that's what he delivered. He guessed right, squared it up, and he made it look way too easy. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Kendall Graveman departs, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching for
Bryce
the
Jarvis
Diamondbacks.
takes over on the mound.
Number 40, Bryce Jarvis.
Marcell Ozuna coming up to hit. And first offering is fouled off. Check swing, called strike. Foul ball, still 0-2. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. This one smoked on its way out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 8-5. That's their fourth home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 1-0. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Activity in the Arizona bullpen. Joe Mantiply up and throwing for manager Torey Lovullo. There's a strike. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat. He's 2 outs away. And the batter now, Sean Murphy. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back there. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Now batting, right fielder,
Now the
Jared
Diamondbacks
Kelly.
manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Bryce Jarvis done for the afternoon, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching for
Justin
the Diamondbacks.
Martinez comes on trying to close it out.
And I can't imagine any
Justin
save is an easy one. You're holding a
Martinez.
small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Helmet in the box now. No balls and a strike. Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here at the top of the ninth. And it's fouled away. One strike away. Ball 1 there.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
On the ground, and this should do it. On to first, ball game.
Well, I'd say we got treated to a good one. You got to love a game when you get 13 runs on the board. A lot of offense, but it doesn't end in a blowout. Tons of really good at-bats to look back on in this one.
And this one ends with the score 8-5. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.